a little bit. We're going
Yeah.
I'm like totally cut out of this thing.
Yeah, because when it moves to the video mode, it like...
There you go. Okay. Hi everybody, it's Vivi Home Writes, and as you can see, I've got a guest today. Stay tuned. Hi guys, so today I'm starting the first in my new video series where I'm going to be interviewing an expert. So today we're going to jump right in with my interview with an avid reader. And that avid reader is my niece Emily. Say hi guys. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you the first intro questions and then we'll move into the reader questions.
Okay.
So who are you?
I am your niece. I'm 19 years old. I've been reading for as long as I can remember. My teachers, I was always like in an advanced reading level, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was like really thick books when I was little. I was kind of a nerd. And
Awesome.
Nothing's changed really.
Great. We're going to save most of that though for the next questions.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of reader?
What do you mean? Like...
Well, like, I know some people are like, oh, I'm a casual reader, I'm a fun reader, like...
Got it. I used to read all the time, every day, no matter what. I've become more and more of a casual reader as I've grown up and other things have had to take priority, which is a giant bummer because I love reading, but that's just the way things are right now. You know.
Which is why I labeled this one an avid reader, because when you were young and when you were a teen and when you had the time, it was all the time.
All the time.
I didn't ever not see her with books. She has 2 bedrooms right now, and she has big bookcases in both of them.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, question number 1 is, when did you first start reading that you can remember?
That I can remember. I mean, like, I guess them like teaching us with like the little like trainer books in like elementary school doesn't really count. But I did start reading my favorite series ever, the Inkheart series, when I was in like 3rd grade, and I think that was the earliest that I can remember reading a book for fun and enjoying it so much. Yeah, of my choice and enjoying it so much.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. What were your favorite books at that time? Types of and styles?
Types of all fantasy novels. Inkheart, like I just said. I love the Eragon or the Inheritance series with like Eragon and stuff. I started reading Harry Potter around that same time.
I know, don't tease me about Harry Potter. We have a thing. Because I refuse
She has
to
a
read
rule.
it. I have a rule against reading fantasy right now. What is your favorite genre like now?
Like now? I like all kinds of true crime stuff.
True crime.
Yeah, so I love that kind of stuff. When at the end of my senior year, our library was like getting rid of a bunch of books, and so they were just giving it to people for free. You could just go and show up. So I picked up like as many as I could find, and I stuffed them in my backpack, and they were all like true crime novels.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's actually neat that the library
Isn't it? Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
So what has reading sparked any interest for you in other things? Obviously the true crime stuff, but any interests?
I have been known to dabble in writing as well. That is mostly your influence, though.
Thank you. That will be later questions.
Yes, I figure.
But other interests, like real world interests.
Real world interests. No. It's just an extreme form of escapism, I think.
Gotcha. That works. Yeah. Okay, so where is your favorite place to read? Like, where have you been known to, like, read the most when you have the time?
Mostly in my room. My dresser is, like, very low. It sits right underneath my window, so I like to sit on there next to my window and read out my window like a...
That's cute.
I love that, yeah.
I actually knew that, but that's cute!
Yeah, it is cute. I'm cute.
Yes, very. And she's also very tiny. Like, this video is not proportionally me just being huge.
I'm so small.
She's as big as my 10-year-old. Let's just put it that way. All right. Sorry.
She's taller than me.
Oh, shit. She's taller.
Like 2 inches.
Yeah, my 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your... What is your go-to way to consume stories now? I know back in the day, it was all books all the time.
All books all the time.
And all of them, like, would be crammed in your backpack or your purse. Or you have them in your arms or whatever. But what now is your best way to consume?
These days, I mostly binge watch TV shows because it's a good way for me to still be getting stories, getting my fix, if you will, and then also still be doing other things that I might be interested in. So it's good for multitasking, which I do a lot.
So consuming stories has moved in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite thing, but
it's what
it's what's happening. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so do you enjoy reading for learning as much as reading for pleasure, or just like stories that you enjoy?
I think it depends on the subject, because obviously I'll go out of my way to read up on things that I'm interested in. That's just like a normal person thing. But like if I like get assigned something to read and I go deeper in, it's always going to be because like I prefer this style of writing better, or I've read a couple things by this author before and I like it. So sorry, I forgot the question. Enjoy reading for learning.
Pleasure or learning.
Yes, as long as I can
pick. That was kind of a weird question.
That's okay. As long as I can pick the source material, because everyone learns differently.
So I have a couple of side questions since we're just here and talking, and the video is only like 5 minutes long so far.
Yeah.
What kind of writing? Because I'm going to move towards writing in a second, because we want to hear all about your writing interests. But what kind of advice do you have for some of the girls and some of the guys out there that are doing the Authortube thing, for like advice from a reader and / writer to other writers, like to capture interest and attention and all that stuff? Any advice?
That is a good question.
And all the pausing that you do thinking of the answer, I will delete.
Okay, good. Okay, so I would say there has to be a better way to say it, but I'm going to say make it interesting to read, because I love metaphors and flowery language and Marcus Zusak as much as the next reader, but it really helps if you can relate to what's being written. So don't be afraid to like put a little bit of your own voice in there for like flavor,
Speaking of own voice, go ahead though.
Yeah. It makes it a lot more fun and a lot easier to read, I think, because like so soon out of like high school, a lot of people don't like reading, and it's because they feel like they can't relate to it, or they feel like they're not smart enough to get it, because it's just all grip and grins all the time. So like it'll make it easier if you allow your narration voice to be not quite like a speaking voice. I would never read this transcript because it would be impossible to get through, but a little bit more easy to follow, I think.
Got it. Okay. And since you just gave me an idea for a follow-up question, own voice stuff, what do you feel is lacking in the publishing world right now? Like a lot of what's on the low end that you'd like to see more of?
I want more fantasy books to come back in style. It's like, it's a classic. It's what got me interested, and it's such a bummer that we never get any new fantasy series anymore that I can think of. That's fun. I have another thing, but I think you might want to save it for a different video.
Got it. Okay, yeah. That's true. Don't.
I will not.
That one. Okay. So what other creative outlets has writing opened up to you? Like, what else did it, not writing, reading, because reading...
Yes.
Shit! Let me start that one over. What other creative outlets has reading opened up to you in the form of, like, creative,
So writing, like I said earlier when I spoiled this question, my bad. I like writing, and then going along with that, I realized for a while, like, you can like pick like famous people as references for what you want your characters to look like, but also it like, I can never find someone who's like exactly perfect, so that's kind of why I started drawing more often, because it makes it easier to like, even if it doesn't look realistic, it gives you a better visual idea of how you want to describe this person.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. So writing and art.
Yes.
And that, I think, is there anything else you want to say to the audience, considering that you'll probably be back on at some point? And maybe they want to follow you wherever you is.
Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna plug my social media.
You do it, girl!
I'm gonna do it.
We gonna do that!
Whatever. You can feel free to follow me on my personal Instagram, I guess. It's not private, because I'm rad AF. Oh, I hate that I said that. You can find me at, what's my username? Emma Hay with 3 A's, yeah. And I'm also doing, real quick, as long as I'm here, I am in the works of starting 2 podcasts with different groups of friends. We have no episodes out yet. This is just like preliminary recordings.
But they coming.
They're coming. So if you want my personal favorite, my pet project is going to be called Phantasmagoria, a haunted podcast. It's going to be a podcast that I do with my friend Blake about just general spooky stuff, because we noticed that there are a lot of podcasts and YouTube channels about, ghost singles and blah, and then different ones about, like, different types of creepy stuff. Our goal is to kind of mix it all together so you can get any type of unsettling, macabre, anything in one podcast. So that's cool. It's going to be really fun.
And I'm going to be too scared.
And then my other one is going to be, we're calling it the Gitching Hour. It's more of just a free talk podcast that I'm going to do with 2 more of my friends, because we think that we're funny, so we think that other people will think that we're funny. I don't know what we're doing.
They're having fun. Let's encourage them.
It'll be fun. Yeah. So
creative pursuits, guys.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
I think that's it. I think I got it all down.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, then I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more interviews in my Interviewing an Expert series. I'm going to be doing a couple with my younger sister. I'm going to be doing a couple with my younger sister, who's an editor. I have some really good questions for her from both viewpoints, writer, editor questions. I think I'm going to be doing one upcoming with my husband, graphic design questions on like book layout and stuff like that, using Photoshop for cover design. So give me some questions to ask them, and stay tuned for more episodes, and say thank you to Ellie for coming on. Don't forget to follow her on. No problem. Don't forget to follow her on social media, and